and not dictated by social Marxism, which is often disguised as being progressive. Just because Trudeau does not agree with you does not give him the right to silence your constitutional right to free speech.
That's right. Yeah.
Social media giants like Facebook claim to be neutral public forums. Social media platforms are the new village squares of current era, where friends, family, and businesses should enter into discussion without fear of being silenced. Recently, Andrew Scheer has refused to allow the academic Muslim scholar from U of T and Western, Salim Mansur, who is a vocal critic of radical Islam. Scheer refused Salim to run for the Conservative nomination in the riding of London. Is Scheer just Trudeau light? I still prefer Coors Light over Trudeau Light. Both Trudeau and Scheer are acting to silence free speech and are against open debate in Canada, like the debate on radical Islamic terrorism, which is an important debate that Canadians are asking for. Just to be clear, I'm not endorsing Coors Light. I still prefer Mill Street, and if you want to buy me a beer, so. Could these attacks on free speech be said for the same in Oakville? Some of you may now know about my experience that my team and I went through on Canada Day. After receiving permission from the Town of Oakville to attend the Canada Day activities in Bronte, the Liberals and the Conservatives took notice of us. Candidates Anita Anand and Terrence Young were both present, along with our sitting MP, John Oliver, who is one of 20 MPs not seeking re-election under failed Trudeau leadership. The story I'm about to tell you will be published in the Oakville Beaver. An official from the town approached my team and told us we must stop what we are doing, or else be escorted by the Halton police. What was our crime? I was handing out balloons to kids and business cards to potential supporters. Was our crime freedom of speech? The town official told me, with my 3 witnesses beside me, that I was not allowed to say, "Hello, I'm JD." I was completely shocked, but not surprised. We were following the rules, following the town's no waste policy, but others were all in violation of something. We live in a free country, damn right, and I have the right to speak, as does every other Canadian. Canada is a country that was built on the backs of hardworking families and loving patriots. Many of us are not the original descendants of settlers in this country. Many of us have come from places that we left to seek better opportunity to places we call home. In this room, we all have the same identity because we're all Canadians. We all have similar values and beliefs. We have all adapted to the great achievements of Western civilization and what our standard of living has brought us. Regardless of your race, your creed, your religion, we're all humans. We all bleed the same red blood. We're all Canadians. Many of our parents, our grandparents, all had to go through the legal process of becoming Canadian. It was expensive. It cost us time. We take great pride in how someone comes together with identifying as a Canadian. What we are not for, which is a direct threat to our sovereignty, is open borders. We cannot allow unvetted, unchecked migration of those who are coming from the US side, claiming refugee status. Why do these people get to jump the line of the queue? None of us did. None of your parents did. None of your grandparents did. We want assimilation. Not all diversity is needed to form a country of values. What we do need is participation in celebrating what unites us. Ahmed Hussein, who is Justin Trudeau's immigration minister, helped draft the United Nations compact called the Global Compact on Orderly and Regular Migration, which is an agreement with the UN that essentially erases Canadian sovereignty and will allow the UN to decide who comes to Canada.
Shame.
Boo!
By taking control away from us. We are reliant on UN selection programs from this compact, unable to make our own choices in these matters. The Liberals have a goal when it comes to immigration. Bill Morneau's advisors are pushing to have Canada to triple its population to 100 million by the end of the century. They figure that this is how they will pay for everything. All of their reckless spending. The official Liberal platform states that they only wish to bring in 450,000 plus asylum seekers, which is code for refugees and illegal immigrants. Our population currently is around 37 million. If Canadian families continue to reproduce with 1.5 children, our population might be 50 million by the end of the century. More than 50 million new immigrants will come to Canada. How will that impact Canada? What will the cost be? This is not sustainable immigration. It is a replacement of the population. Last year, Canada took in more migrants than any other country. Canadians foot the bill for close to $50,000 per migrant, which amounts to $1.85 billion of our tax dollars last year alone. The People's Party of Canada, our policy is to have better control and vetting when it comes to immigration in Canada. No illegals. Legal, illegal, or refugee, we need reform. We need control. The target of the PPC is to have 250,000 per year with no asylum seekers and to secure our border besides the United States. I believe in fairness, fair markets, fair solutions, fair barriers to entry, and fair taxes. Our party stands against crony capitalism. Crony capitalism is one of the main reasons my generation has had a bad taste in their mouth about the goodness that the free market has offered the West. Many people are now turning towards what many supposed progressive liberals now call democratic socialism. There's no such thing, only one kind of socialism. Socialism is the concentration of power in the hands of the government elites, central planning of the economy, and the radical redistribution of wealth. I believe that the government should be for the people and by the people, not socialism. This is not the Liberal Party of William Lyon Mackenzie King. When it comes to the issue of supply management, a system of controlling farming commodities here in Canada, which was introduced by our late Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau, Justin Trudeau's father. This was a measure to control prices in Canada, in particular, poultry, eggs, and dairy. This has artificially inflated the prices of these goods for a very long time.